Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/JustNoMil. In today's episode, spelling my name wrong for 14 years. DH and I are not going to MIL's Thanksgiving, so she insulted my parents for no reason. MIL spews poison about me for 10 years, but now needs my help. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Spelling my name wrong for 14 years. I have a 5-letter name. It is not a difficult name, if slightly unusual. For 14 years she's been spelling it wrong. She writes texts like emails, so she starts them with my name and signs them. Every single time I've told her how to spell it correctly, and she ignores me. Never responded when I answer the text and then say, also, my name is spelled _________, thanks. At this point, I'm confident I have corrected her thousands of times. Today we got the Christmas card she sent out. She spelled it wrong again. Why does this still piss me off so much? Stop responding until she spells it correctly. I'm reminded of the story of the MIL who called her DIL by the wrong name on purpose, so when MIL said, Susan was bring the turkey to Thanksgiving, DIL agreed, knowing full well that MIL meant her. So come Thanksgiving, no turkey. MIL is livid. DIL said I thought Susan was bringing it. Perfect petty revenge. I loved that thread. AITA ruined Thanksgiving. Ha! Ha! I thought of that too. After 11 years, I just started spelling her name wrong. My name could end a few ways, but hers is just stupid with different letters on the end. Like Mary changed to Mary, or Sharon changed to Sharon. One Christmas I wrote her name stupid on all the gifts. She never said a word, I never got mine wrong again, and I was fully prepared to do this for life. Victory. Because it diminishes you as a person. When I was, 8, I spelled my cousin's name wrong because I didn't know there were multiple ways to spell it. I had only ever seen it spelled one way. My aunt has never spelled my name correctly ever since. She's a rude and obnoxious woman. It pisses you off because it's your call sign. It's what's unique to you. It's special because it's all yours. And she's deliberately erasing you by calling you by the wrong name. Ha! I never really thought about why it infuriates me when people shorten my common name to one of its common nicknames. This makes sense to me. Always change the first letter of her name to a different letter each time you contact her, but never mention it. If she brings it up, just tell her that you thought spelling each other's names wrong was just a special thing that just the two of you did. I second this. Then laugh right in her face when she makes a face. Time to be petty. Spell her name wrong. This happens to me at work all the time. I have an easy name that is spelled the typical way, but people still mix up the letters. I'm sick of people spelling my name wrong. My name is in my email. I started spelling their name wrong on purpose. This week, Ann and Liz have been changed to Anna and Lays. Afterward, they started spelling my name right. Say what you want, but my pettiness has worked so far. I have a simple name, 5 letters like you. For passive-aggressive assholes who call me by a different name, I call them by a completely different name too. I match energies. You name's Paul, hi Patrick. Dan equals have a good David. I'm of the mindset when you go low I go lower and we both can end up in the pit of hell. Have a good David. He not just their name, but start Ms. Nami G entire concepts. Days are now Davids. Socks are now Saturdays. Nothing matters. You introduced this chaos into the world. Now live with my accelerationism. Send it back, nobody by that name at this address. Also start spelling or pronouncing her name wrong. DH and I are not going to MIL's Thanksgiving, so she insulted my parents for no reason. DH was on the phone with MIL and FAL last night and they asked him if we are making the drive, 7 hours, for Thanksgiving with them. He said we will not be going this time because I am in my 3rd trimester and we don't want to make the trip because it's just too difficult. We also have 3 birds that we have to travel with and it's extremely difficult with them. I am also saving up my annual leave so I can take some extra days off after maternity leave. Apparently, they were having a great conversation before he told them we can't make it, so of course, MIL had to snap back and make sure she earned a timeout. So she told DH, "Oh, okay. Well, me, Dad and DH's brother will be having Thanksgiving like we always do, just like we hosted it all these years when you were growing up. By the way, how are Opie's parents doing? Any new surprises with them since they always have so many surprises come up and you have to make the drive for them?" By surprises she was referring to 2 trips we made back home for my parents because one, my elderly dad was physically assaulted in the middle of the street, which they previously made fun of. Apparently my dad didn't look like he was beat up, and another time this year too, he was hospitalized in the ICU for a month and a half for major health issues. These people are absolutely disgusting. MIL and FIL can go to hell for all I care. I am so disgusted and feel sick to my stomach. DH said he instantly changed the tone of the conversation and told them not to worry, my parents will actually be visiting us and spending lots of time with us before the baby comes, and ended the call. Today MIL is on Facebook sharing quotes about how Cristiano's Ronaldo still lives with his mom and will never leave her and how he's eternally grateful for his selfless mom. I wouldn't spend 7 hours in a car in my 3rd trimester for any holiday. LOL, I bet Ronaldo's mom is much more fun to live with than MIL. I would comment on her post, great idea. We're moving in with her as well. Thanks for the tip. Or maybe not. I'm just somehow mean, LOL. It seems like DH did a great job locking her down. Congrats on your soon to arrive LO. Ronaldo can afford to support us, so I'm in too. DH said he instantly changed the tone of the conversation and told them not to worry, my parents will actually be visiting us and spending lots of time with us before the baby comes, and ended the call. Baller moves. Your DH is a boss. Man, your shitty MIL really put herself in the doghouse there. I'm so sorry they're such disgusting people. Good on your husband for that excellent mic drop. This woman is insane. I'm angry for you as someone who was given birth in the last 6 months. I hope you can relax and enjoy the last weeks of your pregnancy and have some wonderful times with your parents. Advance warning to look out for MIL trying to have your child as a do-over baby. If she is possessive over her son, she is likely to try to be possessive over her grandchild. Sounds like you and hubby are in the same page about how crazy she is already and will be ready to handle her. Congratulations on your bundle of joy and wishing you a wonderful journey into motherhood. I'm guessing they don't want a part of their grandchild's life then, since they can be so callous about the other grandparents. They are crazy for expecting you to travel in your last trimester. My niece is in her last trimester and the DR said no to any travel for her. If they want to see you guys so bad, they can pack up the dinner and come to you. I'm so sorry you are having to deal with this right now. Maybe that Cristiano Ronaldo dude has a decent mom. Can he lend her to you guys so that you have one too? LOL. Your MIL sounds like a real special lady. I'm surprised more of her offspring are not low/no contact with her. MIL spews poison about me for 10 years but now needs my help. TW mention of suicide. About 11 years ago, I went full NC with my MIL after I lost my sh*t at her when she threw a tantrum when we asked to her come over for dinner at a specific time. Her words, there should be no boundaries between a mother and her son and she should be able to come over whenever she wants. After months of her games, trash-talking me, threats of being cut out of the will if DH stayed with me, I had enough, told her what a terrible human and mother she was, and that I never wanted to see or speak to her again. It was a full-on screaming match and I told her everything I thought about her. DH was still very much in the fog at this time, and a condition of us staying together was to get therapy, change the locks so his mother couldn't come and go as she pleased, and firmer boundaries were drawn and withheld. It is definitely not perfect and MIL is still a huge pain in the ass, but she is not my problem anymore. I did seek therapy, and with time and space away from her, I've been able to laugh at her antics and support my hubby in the crappy hand he was dealt with his family. After a crazy unaliving attempt, which was really taking too many Tylenol so we would be prevented from going on holiday, MIL ended up with a GI bleed, a mandatory psych hold, and eventually life support. She's mostly pulled though now, but has been in a hospital since July working on getting her mobility back. Now DH is going to be traveling for a month for work after she's been released, and MIL is freaking out as she literally has no other support other than DH. She's been refusing PSW visits for home care and asked DH for my phone number so she can reach me if there is an emergency. Sorry, I could honestly care less if this awful excuse for a woman was dying in the street. She will never have any support from me. DH laughed at her and told her, guess you should have thought about that before you were so horrible to my wife. If you weren't so awful to her, she'd happily be there to support you now. This woman has no family, including her daughter and grandkids, who speak to her anymore because she's so toxic. The only person who helps her is DH, and he's had enough of her BS as well. The next time I physically see her will likely be at her funeral, and that's exactly what she deserves. Refusing help from a PSW but demanding it from her son's spouse, whom she kept $++and 9 on for years until she found herself deep in the hole she dug? Oh, well. Reap so. Yep. The horrible names she's called me. The absolutely awful way she treats DH, the drama, the narcissism, the lies and threats. I just cut her out and drew my boundaries around her. I have seen or spoken to her since. Now we laugh about her crazy theories about me and my nefarious, evil plans to keep her son away. I dislike her immensely, but now I just feel pity. Her mental illness and unwillingness to take responsibility for her horrible actions and words make her a very lonely, isolated woman. But she drove everyone away. Sad, but again, not my problem anymore. Karma meet woman, you know what to do. Good on husband for supporting you. I support his choice to stay in contact and put up with her nonsense. There is literally no one else to look out for her. She doesn't speak much English and she's completely unable to get by without support with basic everyday stuff. It's good though, because if that woman understood how to use the internet, it would be a totally different story. Wow. The end of her days looks pretty grim. Good for DH, he's spot on. Too bad you were so nasty. I just learned JustNoMil fired the in-home health workers DH's brother had arranged through Medicare to help her with mobility and other health issues. She wants to remain in her home but won't do the work on her mobility. Her nutrition is horrible. Other family members have prepped single-portion home-cooked meals and all she does is complain about their cooking and waste food. Welp, enjoy your coffee and Metamucil. DH is beyond fed up. The expectation is that she will come live with us or move in with her. That's never happening, obviously. That's what paid home health aides are for. Good for you standing your ground and not falling into her manipulation tactic. There is help out there for her if she needs it. Yes, and hubby has been doing his best to arrange things for her. He visits her once or twice a month to bring her groceries, etc., but it's always a terrible, tense visit. I'll never forgive her behavior or accept it, so she won't have my help. I'll support hubby on the sidelines and do what I can to make care easier for him, but I won't allow her my phone number. She will 100% harass me and try and call me 100x a day when she's in one of her insane rages. No thanks. Tylenol may be the worst KYS drug. You die from liver failure, but not until you have the 3 or 4 worst days of your life. She was lucky to pull through. Totally. She was in bad shape. She almost died. That's called consequences to your own shit behavior. Glad to hear it up. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.